So here I'm going to give you the explanation on how to draw a graph. I have taken the readings from one of your colleagues, from Mariam, and on the basis of those readings, I'm going to teach you how to make a graph. Children, the readings I've already posted. So if you go through the reading, I've only given you the reading of x and y, as you have to make a graph of y versus x. I hope this point is very clear to you. Whatever value is given before versus, that is drawn on the y-axis and the other is drawn on the x-axis. So y versus x means y-axis and x-axis. Here, because we are dealing y and x, so it's fine. But many a times it can be draw a graph between the focal length versus the distance of the object. So you should know that f has to come on the y-axis and u has to come on the x-axis. Though this will not be given to you anytime in your exam, it will only be between x and y. So when we are doing this, and I have given you the reading also, I am explaining this to you here, and then I will send you the pictures of the real graph which I have drawn for you and how to calculate or take out the value of the focal length. So the readings of the graph, go through them. The first is 0.82 on x-axis. Please read the see the readings. 0.82. I cannot write here because again it will be difficult for me to make the graph. My board is not so big. So for x we have 0.82, 0.72, 0.62, 0.53 and 0.46. Similarly for y we have 80.5, 69.6, 58, 52 and 48. Okay, the first thing what we need to see is the origin point or the reference point. How to take the reference point? It is not necessary to take it as 0, 0. Please listen very carefully. It is not necessary to take it from 0, 0. Secondly, first thing, not necessary. Origin point 0, 0 ho, it is not necessary. Second, 60% of the paper, that is this graph paper, should be covered. These are the points on which you get extra marks. No matter your entire practical, you could not do it. But if you are considering these points carry marks. Again, I'll be telling you many points which will help you to obtain marks. Okay, so 60% of the graph paper should be covered. Your best fit line should not be this small on this big sheet. You're having this small sheet. So how to take the value so that you can cover the entire graph. Second was this, and third, you will never ever draw a kink. Kink मतलब ये होता था कि in maths, if you are drawing it from 0 and 100 से शुरू कर रहे हैं आप, okay, or maybe 0, 0 से शुरू कर रहे हैं, and your first reading is 100 or 50 or whatever. What you used to do is you used to make a kink. ये ऐसे बनाते थे और फिर आप अपना 50, 60 and so on शुरू करते थे. Please do not do this. It is a very big no-no in physics if you are doing this. Okay, these values are something which are assumed when you are making a graph. Here, because you are doing the practical, we are not going to make this kink. Mark my words very properly. If you make a kink, you will never be able to get your value for the focal length. So, no kink here. Right. Now, how to take the origin is, look at the minimum value of your x-axis. The minimum value of x-axis here is 0.46. Okay, so 0.46. So that is why what I have done is I am starting with 40. This is the origin of x-axis. I'm starting with 40 and giving the divisions need to be very uniform. 40 hai, 45, 50, 55, 60. It will never be 40, 50, 55, 60 like this. No. The division between them have to be very uniform. So if I'm starting with 40, अगर मैं 45 से शुरू करती, तो 46 would have been very, very close to the origin, which would have been difficult for us to draw. So I started with 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 and 85. This is going to cover the entire graph paper. I'll be sending you the original graph paper also, so you can see the way of drawing the best fit line. Okay, so this is your x-axis. Now, with your readings, please do not copy these readings, because what example will be given? Okay, I have given you this formula. To sum, I have given this formula. X is equal to u plus v upon 100 and y is equal to uv upon 10. ठीक है? This formula can differ. And when it will differ, the value of x and y will change. If you know how to make the value, how to plot a graph, you will be able to plot. But if you will learn the values, you will never be able to do it. So try and learn how to make a graph. This will not only help you in class 12th, it will also help you forever and ever if you continue your studies. So on this basis, we are doing the formula. Doesn't matter whatever value we are having of x and y, कोई भी formula हो, अगर x and y की values ये आ रही हैं आपके. So we are starting. One thing I did, it was 0.04 because it is 0 शुरू हो रहा है. So 0.45, 0 point this, 0 point this, 0 point this, and same way. Okay, so these are the value given on x-axis. अब y-axis का देखिए. The minimum value on the y-axis is 48. Okay, so we start with 45. You could have started with 40 also, makes no difference. But I found it more convenient to start it from 45, 45, 50, 55. Now, as you see in the graph paper, there are 10 divisions out here. So, a lot of spaces there. So, for 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85 and over. क्योंकि सबसे highest value आपकी 80.5 है. So, you'll cover up the entire thing. So, now we start giving the points. अब देखिए, x-axis पे 0.82. Right, 0.82 is going to come somewhere here. अब 0.80 है, इसके दो sections आप लेंगे तो 0.81 आ जाएगा, दो और लेंगे तो 0.82 आ जाएगा. So from 0.80, when you will see, you are going to see 4 divisions को छोड़ के आपका 0.82 आ रहा है. उस पे आपने अपना एक straight line देख ली और वो आ रहा है आपका 80.5 है somewhere. Like this you are going to draw it. As I'm saying, I'm going to give you the graph, properly drawn graph also. This is just to explain you. Okay, आपने ये बना लिया. Second है आपका 0.72 पे 69.6. 0.72 is going to come out somewhere here. Okay, and 69 is going to come somewhere here. ठीक है, तो ये आपका एक ये बना, ये point आया आपका. Okay, similarly 0.62 and 58. 0.62 is going to come somewhat here. ठीक है, and 58 आपका आ जाएगा यही कहीं. ठीक है. So when I have made it on a graph paper, it is coming all in a line. The other one is 0.53 and 52. 0.53 and 52 is somewhere here. ठीक है. And then 0.46 and 48. 0.46 and 48 is somewhere here. Now the basic thing is to make a best fit line, minimum 3 points need to be in a straight line. अगर 3 points straight line में आ रहे हैं, your graph is absolutely correct. Do not worry about the other 2 points. वो line के आसपास ही पढ़ने चाहिए. So when you see it in the original graph, which I'll be sending you, you see that these 3 lines, let me make it as a straight line. दो यहाँ पे दिख नहीं रहा है. Okay, they come in a proper straight line. मैं इसको straight line में कर रही हूँ. मैं आपको proper graph भी भेजूंगी so that you can understand very well. ये straight line में आ रहे हैं आपके. This is to explain you. Just an ठीक है, they come in a straight line, right? ये तो जो points हैं इस reading के हिसाब से they are not in a straight line. Do not worry about it. Okay, if 3 points are coming, let us take these 3 points to be in a straight line, and they are coming in a straight line, right? So what you do now is, this is the best fit line. अब इस best fit line के लास्ट पॉइंट के नीचे थोड़ा सा आप खींचेंगे एंड फर्स्ट पॉइंट के ऊपर भी यू विल बी ड्रॉइंग अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ मार्जिन. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू जॉइन द डॉट फ्रॉम डॉट, a little extended and a little extended below. This is how you will draw a best fit line, and you will see it is going to cover more than 60% of your graph paper. Now, to find the slope, you know that slope is equal to delta y upon delta x. Delta y means the difference of y. We'll take 2 values of y, find the difference. We'll take 2 values of x and then find the difference. 2 value of y and 2 value of x. Listen child, very important. One reading from the reading, that is one value you can take from the reading itself, and the other value has to be taken which has not been plotted. जो आपकी रीडिंग में है वो वैल्यू नहीं होनी चाहिए. It should be from the graph itself. Please note this very carefully. Whenever you are going to make a graph, then one reading you are going to take it from the table, as I'll be telling you here, and one reading you will take it from the graph which has not been plotted in these points. For example, what I have taken is